Hello guys, what's up? Welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to be talking about a few things here. The first one I wanted to talk is OMG versus BTC, the chart, because I have a few comments on from people, and to please keep updating on this because I think there's many people holding onto this coin. So these are my thoughts. We are still inside this bullish triangle, and this is, by the way, the one-day candles. OMG versus BTC from Bittrex. It's basically the same situation as my last video. There's not much new I can say. The only thing I don't like here is that the volume is drying up a lot, so we have less and less volume. But you cannot trade based in one single indicator. The RSI shows extremely oversold, so that's a good sign that it should be going up sometime soon. But basically the main thing to look at is that we are inside this bullish triangle, so it hasn't been broken on the downside or on the upside. So far it looks okay, it looks bullish. We are still inside this triangle, so there's not much more I can say other than wait and see if this triangle breaks on the upside or on the downside. So sorry guys, I don't have a lot to say. If you're holding, I guess just keep holding, and if you see the triangle breaking on the downside, then I would sell and wait until it starts to go up again. And then the next thing is the tutorial that I released the other day, the premium tutorial for $8.50. Thank you very much for your purchases, guys. I wanted to comment on this because not only to thank you guys, thank you very much again, but because I wanted to show that I'm accepting Bitcoin, BTC, Ethereum, and Bitcoin Cash. Most people are paying with Ethereum, so thank you for that, guys. I get the transaction quite quick. Well, it takes like about 1 hour because the platform that I use to sell, they force 6 confirmations before they actually even deliver the product to you and send the money to my wallet. It takes 1 hour for them to confirm. But once it's confirmed, I get it into my my Ether wallet, and it's fast, it's all available, all good. I made only one sell with Bitcoin Cash, which is you can see it here, and I got it quick. But all the ones that bought using Bitcoin, BTC, it's still pending, the deposits. So I gave my Bittrex wallet because I have enough Bitcoin in my local wallet. I don't want to accumulate more Bitcoin. I'm happy holding what I have, and the rest I prefer to have it on Bittrex so that I can trade it or hold it. I can choose to trade it or hold it or sell it or whatever, but I prefer to have it ready on Bittrex because, yeah, as I said, I have enough in my local wallet. I don't want to accumulate anymore at this point. But I wanted to show this because all the ones I've been selling yesterday and today, this is from yesterday, there is still 0 confirmation, so it's pending. I am not receiving this money, so I'm still waiting on 0.0163 Bitcoin that it's just not being confirmed after a day or so. So I wanted to show how bad and how unusable Bitcoin is, to the point that I maybe even remove it from my payment options and I just leave Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. I don't know yet. You guys can let me know in the comments what you think about this, but I have always been a big promoter of Bitcoin for years. Like, I talk about Bitcoin with everyone, like everyone I meet, everyone in my family, my friends, on my personal Facebook. I have always been fascinated by the whole philosophy behind it, right? Since I discovered it, I fall in love with it, and I think not only because it's been making me money, which is also a good point, but it's because of the potential, right? The potential that it has to be a world's currency that can't replace the current fiat system, which we all hate, right? But since a few months ago, I remember I had to make one transaction. I transferred 1 Bitcoin, and I had to pay $100 fees. So these transactions, the thing that I'm selling now for $8.50, the fee, I'm not gonna go do it now, but I did it before. So I copy pasted the transaction ID and I put it in the Block Explorer. And for $8.50, these guys, when they send me the money to my wallet, they pay 55 cents for each transaction for fees. So a transaction of $8.50, you have to pay 55 cents fees. That's just ridiculous expensive, and it still takes days to get confirmed. So it's just unusable. And the thing that I don't like, that I like even less, is that all these people from the core team are just fine with this. They say this is gonna be fixed with segregated witness and the Lightning Network. I don't believe it, because I heard them saying that high fees are cool and high fees are good, because Bitcoin is supposed to be a store of value and not cash, and not electronic cash or a world's currency. To buy your coffee, you have many other cryptocurrencies, they say. Well, I don't want to use other currencies. I want to use the only one that's decentralized. I want to use Bitcoin, which is the one, that I discovered in 2013, and that blew my mind. And all the rest are copycats, and all the rest are not decentralized, because they have owners and they have CEOs that they can do whatever they want at any time. Bitcoin is the only one that has no owner, is the only one, that can really make a difference in replacing the current system. But now you can't use it, because now all of a sudden they say it's supposed to be only store of value, like gold, like electronic gold. Well, call me crazy, but how is gold a store of value when it's been downtrending for almost a decade? Tell me, how is this storing your value? It only stores your value when there's a financial crisis. I'm talking about gold. It's only a good store of value when all the markets go down, because for the rest of the time, gold is useless. It doesn't store value. It doesn't produce anything. It's not even used for almost anything. I mean, they use it to build some electronics, like they use it for electronic chips and a few things, but it's not really very productive. It doesn't do anything other than looking pretty and shiny. It doesn't do anything. So they want to make Bitcoin be like that, useless, like, because if you can't use it to buy anything, not even expensive things, not even big transactions, you're going to pay. The percentage of the fee is going to be according to the money that you're going to be sending. So you're going to pay really expensive transaction fees anyways. If you want to pay for something big, to buy a house, to buy a car, you're going to pay huge percentages in fees anyways. Why would you do that if it's going to be cheaper to do a bank transfer, even if it's international? So I don't see how Bitcoin can replace anything that exists. And I see Bitcoin Cash. And probably many of you know already that I have been a little bit bearish in the whole market in general. I am not bearish, but I am cautious because of the bubbles, the bubble popping anytime, everywhere in the market in general. If there is one that I am bullish, is with Bitcoin Cash. Not saying it cannot go down. We had this amazing rise here, so we retraced only 60%. So usually after these big rallies, you will retrace sometimes 80%. So I'm not saying it cannot go down, but I think, and this is not based on technical analysis, is only my idea and my belief about, even if the rest of the market crashes, the bubble pops and everything goes down, I think Bitcoin Cash is the only one that has the chance to go up against anything else, because it's just superior than any other thing. It's just superior than BTC. The fact that there's a lot of hate against Bitcoin Cash, and you see all this drama in the news, on YouTube, on all the social media, it doesn't really matter to me. It reminds me so much as when the presidential elections in America, when Trump was a candidate for presidency, And you would see everywhere in the news, in the mainstream media, everywhere, even my friends, family, everybody was hating Trump so much and calling him racist and crazy and stupid, and everyone was hating him everywhere. You saw that everywhere, and mocking him and everything. And to me, like inside my head, it was like I couldn't understand it, but I was still so sure that he was going to win it because he was just superior than any other candidate. And I'm not saying this because I defend Trump. I know he's not following through with all the promises and everything he said he was going to do or not do. He's not respecting it now, so I'm not defending Trump, and I hate politics anyways. But it was so obvious he was superior just in terms of personality and character. He was just superior than anyone else. He was so clear to me he was going to win the election. But you saw all the opposite in the news and everywhere. So I see something very similar happening here. I mean, you got to be like, it's so obvious that Bitcoin Cash is just superior to Bitcoin for far, because it has, you can use it for what it's supposed to be used. Bitcoin, you cannot use it for anything else other than a store of value. But what's going to happen when markets don't go up forever, just like they don't go down forever? How is it going to store your value when it really goes into a bear market? That can be years, just like gold. How is it going to be storing your value when the bear market is here, finally confirmed, which could be very close, right? Or maybe not. I'm not saying it's going to go down tomorrow. I'm not talking about this now, but how is it supposed to be storing your value when we go into a bear market? Because no market go up forever, right? So these are my thoughts for Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. I'm bullish on Bitcoin Cash, not saying it has to just go up like crazy tomorrow, but I think it's the only one that has a chance to go up against any other coin in the market when everything is popping. I think Bitcoin Cash will go somewhere to at least 1,000 or 1,200, because so if I look at previous bubbles for Bitcoin and for cryptocurrency, usually the current bubble, after it pops and goes down, this has happened 2 or 3 times already. So I know history doesn't have to repeat itself always 100%, but at least it's something you can look at, It's some data that you can look at, historical data. So every time we had a bubble in Bitcoin or in crypto, after this bubble popped, it went down all the way down to the top of the previous bubble. So the previous bubble for Bitcoin, the top of the previous bubble was 1,200 more or less. So if I am correct and Bitcoin Cash will succeed and replace Bitcoin, the value for Bitcoin Cash then would be the top of the previous bubble for Bitcoin, which is 1,200. So I think after everything pops and after the bear market for the crypto market in general, I think Bitcoin Cash value should be somewhere around 1,000, 1,200. Of course, it's not mainstream, but nothing else is, like not even Bitcoin. I mean, even if it's the one that's more accepted by merchants, it's still nowhere near to be mainstream yet. Like, you ask anyone in the street, I ask people in the street, I asked my father, I asked my brother the other day, hey, what's up there in Europe? Do you hear talking about Bitcoin? Do you know if the people in the street, do they know? Do they don't know? Do you see it on TV? And they say, no idea. No one is into this. No one has any idea. So guys, reality is, will it go mainstream? I believe so, but not tomorrow, We can be years away from that. I mean, that's all for this video. I don't want to make it super long. Please leave your comments. I'm gonna be a little bit busy. I'm flying on this weekend, so maybe I won't be able to post videos on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Maybe I will post next on Monday, but I still have a few days before I fly, so I will try my best to make a video every day. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.